Hey everyone, time for a bit of an update on what's been happening lately. Well, first off, I'm sure everyone has seen the first trailer I uploaded, though already it's a bit out of date with some of the effects, so I'll be making more versions as I go along and uploading them also, perhaps focused on some of the more unique mechanics. Anyhow, game-wise, I've gone ahead and continued working on some of the core player abilities, like the default push that can be upgraded at some point, and the dash effect, which felt pretty meh before. Then I also worked on a bunch of the core mechanics of the spirit progression. In my last update, I talked about the dark path, or path of consumption. The spirit progression is sort of like the sister to that, and that it plays into the secondary invisible world on top of the game, called the bridge. Now, the bridge has been around for a long time, and jumping in and out of it has always let the player see some more information on creatures, like their emotional state, indicated by the overlay color, or the energy total, being the size of the white glowing shape, and the health damage, shown by the black shape at the center that increases with body damage. But I've always wanted to take it further than that, and make it an important optional feature to explore. So, now, at first the player won't be able to stay in the bridge for long. You'll be able to go in and out of it for a few seconds to check the status of creatures without penalty, but any longer and you'll start to suffer damage yourself. It's also important to note that the normal world pauses while you're in the bridge, and you can't move. Eventually you'll unlock the ability to move within the bridge as a little ball of energy, and this is where things really start to pick up. Using that starting ability, you'll be able to collect small spirits that can only be seen in that mode. As you do, you'll level up your spirit, and be able to stay in the bridge longer and longer, both as your energy form going further and your body. Though the longer you're in your energy form and the more you use it, the more wandering spirits will begin to appear, which won't harm your physical self, but will begin to impede your movement as an energy ball and keep kicking you back to your body if you collide with them. If you continue on that path, eventually you'll find the bridge will stop being a hostile place and actually become a refuge, healing you and eventually even allowing you to travel within it, as you'll no longer be pushed back to your body when the bridge form ends, but instead will appear where you move to. So all of that is set up now, and just need to keep the player loaded to get rid of that annoying frame drop when switching back and forth, which is an easy fix. I'll also be adding some more bridge features as I go along, such as entities to talk to and some additional abilities and secrets to find. Anyhow, besides that, I've been finalizing the descriptions for inventory and added some upgraded forms of the plants you can get, so you won't be forever planting a lullaby reed to put things to sleep, and instead you can begin to use a music box at a certain point. So, outside of what's going on in the game, there's another issue of the outside the game stuff. Basically, I've been struggling with what to do about launch. You see, recently Steam changed the way discoverability works on the platform, and having an audience before launch is even more important than ever. I also don't want to launch until the game has been properly tested. It's been a long time creating this thing, and dropping the ball at the last moment would just be a shame. That all means I'm trying to find some more time. A publisher to help out so I can finish it up properly would be great, but I don't think that's going to happen, and not for lack of trying. So maybe revisiting the idea of another Kickstarter for the final leg and giving it more time to get done right. I'd been close to doing that a while ago, but never went ahead with it. Though I do have the Patreon up and running, and that's been helping to keep me afloat, it isn't really something that I can promote very well, or maybe a combination of the two. I'm not really too sure. I just know the current situation at the farm isn't really a long-term solution, so I need to figure something else out to get it all done. Anyhow, that's about it for the state of development now. It looks like there are a few hurdles left to get past for this entire thing to finally be out there.